I'm Iniba, and thank you so much for tuning in to Halo Halo, your top entertainment and lifestyle show for and about our APA community. For the past several episodes of Halo, we've been covering the Los Angeles Asian Pacific Film Festival, which is happening right now. And closing out the festival is Pali Road, a very mysterious thriller film by Jonathan Lim. It stars a talented cast, including Michelle Chen, Elizabeth Zhang, Tai Ma, and Sung Kang. Here to tell us more is Jonathan Lim and producer Zhang. Oh no, Xing Zhang. Welcome. Thank you so much, and I'm so sorry for butchering your name. But Xing Zhang. Congratulations, closing film, and I've been told that it's the very first Chinese Hawaii production, right, Jonathan?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about how you came into the project.
You know, I think that started with like kind of like a family holiday actually in Hawaii. You know, we were really kind of taking a break from China at the time.
Yeah.
And you know, we in Hawaii just I guess you know we're sitting there just kind of absorbing that aloha spirit.
Right.
You know, we were like saying firstly we're looking for an excuse to shoot a movie in Hawaii, but secondly I think the islands and the people really spoke to us.
Right.
And I was living in China at that time. I was like going, wow, you know, the way people look at life, what's important here versus what's important in China right now, society and everything.
Right.
You know, it's just so different. And I was like going, okay, that's something that kind of spoke to me. So that was kind of like the starting point. You know, as things like went further, that's when I talked to Xing and said, hey, I got this idea. I want to really shoot a film out in Hawaii. So we started putting, piecing the story together, and that's where, Pali Road came out and stuff.
Yeah, when he said that we're going to do the movie in Hawaii, my reaction, like anybody else, would be say, well, it's going to be more costly certainly than shooting in China or shooting in Louisiana, you know, LA for that matter. There are plenty of islands, in the world that you can sort of do the job. But now, today, we strongly believe that Jonathan, the director, has made the very, very smart choice because, like I always say, you have movie stars, and among the movie stars, you have a very important key star, that is the location. In Hawaii, it's just beautiful, you know, and our DP really captured every ounce of that energy that actually in the movie just shines through it.
Yeah, now Xing, what was it about the film that drew you to it and said, yes, I'll be a part of it, even though, like you said, it's going to be in Hawaii, it might be a little more costly?
Well, actually, originally we had a different screenplay, script.
Okay.
Yeah, it's similar but very different, you know, and it's not. And then just to make it short, we are co-production, like you said, between China and Hawaii and the U.S. And we have to follow some certain rules in certain government in terms of censorship. And that screenplay was not ready for a co-production. And therefore, we had Jonathan, the director, had to really dig hard and think hard, and then basically came up with this new.
Now, Jonathan, I saw the trailer, and I'm very curious because there's so many things going on. What's real, what's not? For those that haven't seen the trailer, tell us a little bit more about the plot.
Yeah, it's about this girl, played by Michelle Chen. She's a Taiwanese actress, and she's big in China now. She's a kind of a young doctor in Hawaii, and she's kind of like, not too sure. She's struggling with certain things. She's kind of been all her life. She's kind of been doing things the way that her parents have told her to do things. She's like very ambitious and stuff, and she thinks with her brain. Pretty much rational thinking in all her decisions. So everything's very planned out. Like I suppose that's not just sometimes we're as Asians we're guilty of that.
Yeah,
always
I can totally relate.
Yeah, it's just like
let's get this.
All phone in. That's what's rational. We're, our parents are kind of like that too. But then, there's a part of her that's, like I said, that's where Hawaii comes in, and really, what's going to make you happy may not always necessarily, So there's basically what happens is that her, I think she's just going through a hard day at work. Everything's kind of not gelling so much. She's struggling, and then her boyfriend proposes to her, and she's not ready for it. She doesn't. She knows and thinks that perhaps this is not the right path for her. Things like this have to be planned out properly. She gets a little bit. It's just out of nowhere. She's not used to being spontaneous like that, and so it kind of. She doesn't know what to say, but they get into a bit of an argument, and that argument leads to a bit of a car accident, and the next day she wakes up and he no longer exists. So now she's in this sort of, and she's not sure if he ever existed at all.
Right.
So that's kind of like the the plot and stuff, and pretty much thematically she's kind of going through this whole story. She's trying to figure out to the battles between her brain and her heart and stuff like that. So yeah.
And then it seems like, based on the trailer, I don't know if I could say this, but she also has a whole other life. That guy no longer exists, and then she has a son and then a husband.
Yeah. Well, she wakes up to her whether you could call her new life or her real life.
Right.
And then she's not sure why she was thinking those other things and stuff. But you gotta check out the film to kind of like.
It's very, very interesting. I was like drawn to it. I'm like, I have to see it. It's closing, like I said, at the Los Angeles Asian Pacific Film Festival. But it's also screening at various theaters, right, Xing?
Yeah, we have 20 cities in the U.S. and.
Including Hawaii, right?
Yeah, we're going statewide in Hawaii. We have a lot of support out there. And we're really thankful for that. And we're also hitting another 20 cities in the U.S. You can kind of go to our AMC and Regal theaters, and you can check our social media out and for all that information.
Now, what do you guys want the audience to take from the film? Is there a specific message?
Yeah, like Jonathan said, it's a woman waking up to a quote-unquote new life or different life.
Right.
And yet in that life, she has quoted from the movie by her best friend, everything that a woman dreams of. She has a very successful doctor husband, she has a kid, she has a very, very beautiful mansion house, and yet she slowly realized, from the get-go, she realized that she's really in love with the boyfriend that just proposed and disappeared, and nobody knows where she is.
Right.
And so the message is a matter of a choice. And in China, in mainland China, a few years ago, there was a girl that become internet celebrity because she said, "I'd rather cry in the rich man's BMW than the back of a poor but loving boyfriend's bicycle."
Wow, I don't think I would cry in the BMW. I'd rather be in the poor car.
No, but that's the thing, though. I think that really, the one you choose to,
yeah,
exactly, the one you choose to love can, really decide your path in life. You know what I mean? So this is what this film's about. Making decisions. I think and being true to yourself. I think it's super important. Sometimes it's people are afraid to kind of go the direction that's not the path that was given to them.
Right.
I mean, even my for example, my filmmaking career started off not so I didn't know this is what I was wanting to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So everyone kind of gets when you have to kind of just go for it, and and don't let the negativity go and all that type of thing. So
maybe follow your heart.
Yeah, follow your heart.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
These
I love it.
Things, so.
It's a great story, beautifully shot, and a great cast. For more info, where do we go on?
You can go to our website, PaliRoadFilm.com, and please follow us on the usual social media, like Twitter, Facebook. We got all that and stuff, and our cast is coming out to the closing ceremony, so we're they'll all be there as well. So hopefully
all
you guys can see them.
happening Thursday, April 28th. Thank you again, Xing and Jonathan, for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Again, be sure to catch Pali Road, closing out Los Angeles Asian Pacific Film Festival Thursday, April 28th. All the information is on your screen. And if you're not here in Los Angeles, you can check them out at your local theaters. You can head to their website for more info. We'll be back.